Hi Leo, welcome to your 2020 horoscope yearly overview psychic tarot reading. That was a mouthful. We are in 2020. All right, right now at the filming of this video, it's the day after Christmas. So happy holidays, everyone. It's a new year, and I'm here to do your New Year reading. All right, Leo. So, speaking of New Year reading, I am currently having a New Year 2020 special reading, okay, where you get one candle of your choice. I do candles, and I'm going to talk about that really quickly in a second about this guy right here and why he's here for your reading, Leo. But I do candles, so I have protection candles, money candles, love candles, court candles. I need to change in your life overall candles. So check out my website, LAMARR TOWNSEND Tarot. All right, for that information. But my New Year's special, you get one candle, you get a 30-minute recorded psychic tarot reading, and a 30-minute recorded birth chart reading because I am also an astrologer. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, by the way, so you can catch all the astrology videos, psychic tarot readings, and videos I've done. I've done videos where I talk about the tarot cards themselves. I've talked about a lot on this channel. I've talked about spirituality and how to cleanse your energy and your aura. So definitely subscribe, Leo. Make sure that you comment and share with your friends and family as well. And check out my New Year's special. I also do psychic tarot readings, personal readings. I also do personal astrology, birth chart, and natal chart readings as well in video form. I also do phone, Skype readings as well. So check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com, for all that information. Usually my birth chart readings are recorded. But if you don't want a psychic tarot reading, you just want me to read your birth chart, I can do that for you. It would just be a phone reading. But, you can also email me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com. Text me or call me at 703-791-9162. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, and all planets in between, and all placements in between. If you don't know what I'm talking about, get a birth chart reading ASAP. So make sure you subscribe, like this video, comment, and share with your friends and family. Lastly, make sure you also follow me on my social media, LAMARR TOWNSEND Tarot on Instagram and Facebook. So, let's just really quickly cleanse these cards and cleanse these energies. So we go into the new year with some new, fresh energy, Leo, all right? And we're just leaving things behind. We're getting rid of procrastination. All right, this guy's good for that. This saint is good for that. And many other things. Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of this deck. Many past reading. In Jesus' name, I pray and thank you. Amen, amen, and amen. Thank you for cleansing the energy of this space and allowing me to give a good and proper and accurate reading and predictions for Leo for the entire year of 2019. For the months of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and September, October, November, and December of 2019. So this wonderful saint is Saint Expedite, all right? And Saint Expeditus, which is he's also called, is a saint that you can work with when it comes to candle work. For things you need really fast, like money, an emergency situation, a new home. I have a video where I actually talk about him and how I worked with Saint Expedite to get a new home. And I just wanted to bring Saint Expedite to this video to give thanks to him and to also tell him, tell you about him just in case you are also in an emergency at any point this year, Leo. You can work with Saint Expedite. He loves red candles. He loves also green candles. His herb that he's associated with is hyssop. You can also use red pepper in the candle, because you just want him to work fast and work through anything that may be blocking you from your manifestation. Saint Expedite is also an amazing saint. He also protects you against your enemies as well. So you can work with him for many different things. And this is just one of my favorite saints, and I want to give thanks to him, and he loves when you talk about him and appreciate him and love on him. So thank you, Saint Expedite, for being you. And I'm sure in some way, shape, or form, me bringing you into this video will relate to Leo. All right, so let's get into your reading, Leo. We're just going to put Saint Expedite over here to the side because, why not? All right, why not? Leo, I'm so excited to do your reading. I'm feeling some really amazing energy for you all. That 5th house energy. And maybe I'm just excited because I have a lot of Capricorn energy in my 5th house. So, I don't know. I'm just really excited for Leo in 2020. Let's see what's in store for Leo in the year 2020. What's in store for Leo for the months of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and September, October, November, and December of 2020. Got my holiday sweater on. It's supposed to be an ugly Christmas sweater, but of course I'm not going to wear anything too ugly. Because I'm more of a casual fashionista, you know, and I prefer if I invest in a piece that I can wear it whenever I want to, whether it's, you know, casual or for a costume party, whatever. I got this from Walmart though, so, alright. Let's get into it. There's no shade in my Walmart game, honey. Thank you, St. Expedite, for being here. You are so awesome. And notice how he's also standing, you know, on... I forgot what animal this is, but it symbolizes procrastination. Let's see what's going on with you, Leo. Just get a few more good shuffles. Magic. Interesting. You're going through a shift, Leo, with how you are perceived by others, but also how you perceive yourself. This could be from actual magic, maybe, that you're doing on yourself. Could be just... I feel like it has something to do with your spiritual essence. So I feel like a lot of you in 2020 are going to be taking better care of your spiritual essence. This is in the form of cleansing your space, cleansing your home, you know, in the form of just literally keeping your home clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness, okay? You know, angels, even your ancestors, your spirit guides do prefer being in a space that is clean, that is pristine, you know, that promotes beauty in some way, you know, and there's beauty in things being clean and things being tidy. So I feel like you're going to pay more attention to that when it comes to your home and just your space overall, but also just taking care of the spiritual energy of your space, saging more, you know, doing whatever it is that you do, opening the windows. I feel like you're just going to be very tapped into spiritual energy, I feel like, Leo. You're going to be able to easily tell when someone's energy is off. You're going to be able to easily tell when your energy is off and when you shouldn't maybe go into a situation, or when you maybe you shouldn't do something. Maybe you should put it off until another day. Like, this is going to be your energy. You know, it's just like there's a magical essence emanating from you, whether you're male or female. And it's radiating from the inside out, Leo. This magical essence that you're exuding this year. And it's like you come into the year with this energy, like, you know, it's like you're ready. And it's interesting. I feel like a lot of you could get more into, like, plants. Could be a plant-based diet or something like that. Just getting healthier even from the inside out. Some of you are going to be taking supplements and things like that. It's interesting because, you know, St. Expedite, I was talking to you about how he's standing on, I think he's standing on a crow, if I'm not mistaken. Can you see? He's like standing on a crow, and this is part of his symbol. He used to be, I think, an Armenian soldier, alright? And he's standing on a crow, I believe, and the crow symbolizes procrastination. Alright? So it's interesting that the crow symbolizes procrastination. So I was like inspecting the actual statue. I've had this statue for a while. It's actually in pretty good shape. I work with him a lot. But, you know, it's interesting that the crow symbolizes procrastination, because I feel like whatever the spiritual change that you're going through, Leo, it like... part of it does deal with procrastination. Part of it does deal with you kind of putting off this change in essence, this spiritual shift that you needed to go through, I feel. A lot of you needed to Once again, change your diet, change who you hung out with. Certain things that you were eating, people that you were dealing with were keeping you stuck, were keeping you stagnant, were literally blocking your blessings. But I'm also seeing something in the body where things were being blocked in your body. Like, could be blocked arteries or a blocked colon. Maybe you were dealing with like constipation or something like that. Like, there's something within you, that had to change, that had to shift, Leo. I do feel like something about it had to deal with lifestyle. Lifestyle. And being a healthier, cleaner, more conscious and aware version of you, Leo. More conscious and aware of your energy, more conscious and aware of other people's energies. And it's interesting because I feel like going into 2020, moving forward, like if certain energies are just no longer meshing with yours, you're gonna, notice a disconnect. You're gonna notice, things and people starting to disappear from your life. Bad habits starting to slowly dissipate and fade to obscurity. People that you used to know and used to be close with, I feel, are going to, and not everyone, but just people who no longer are conducive to your spiritual growth, are falling to the wayside in 2020. Something magical about you this month, Leo. Or this year, I'm sorry, not this month. But you've overcome a lot. And that's part of your essence, is you've worked hard to get here. This didn't just come easy to you. This place that where you're at now, this magical, radiant being, that's also really capable of manifesting some amazing things this year. And a lot of it, Leo, has to do with you just being confident and bold and brave, just like your natural essence, your natural self. But brave, bold, and confident in the sense of trying new things, in the sense of going out on a limb, doing something you really want to do, even if you're afraid, and saying, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. Though you're going to have these moments this year where you overcome fears, you overcome your worries, you overcome your self-doubts, just by facing your fears, facing it all, just by being brave and bold and moving forward and charging ahead, despite you being fearful of not knowing what lies ahead, despite you being fearful of maybe failing or being laughed at or being seen a certain way. Remember, there's something about the way you're being perceived, or the way you are perceived, or the way you perceive yourself, that is changing and shifting this year. So as you become more bold and confident and brave within this new essence of you, I feel like you're going to notice, like I said, people change and fall to the wayside, but also there's going to be something that grows within you, a desire for change, a desire for new. And you're going to take a lot of leaps of faith this year, Leo. A lot of leaps of faith. And there's something about overcoming your fears, overcoming the odds against you, that has made you more resilient, Leo. There's been a lot of moments in your life, I would say, in the past decade, and from the 2010s until the 2000, this point, there's been a lot of moments where you've had to take a leap of faith and just believe in yourself, bank on yourself, do it yourself, do it alone. And you're such, the type of person that loves people, and you love being around people, and if you could do it with other people, it would be, you would like that much better, just for the sake of being able to experience with others, not just necessarily for the safety and security that comes with, doing life with others rather than doing life alone. But there's something you've learned about doing life alone. The camera cut off. But in certain instances, you've had to do life alone, and you've learned that because you've had to do life alone, in a lot of ways, you're stronger than most. It's interesting because people try to downplay your strength a lot of times. People like to test your strength. Are you really as all that as you say? Are you really as strong as you portray yourself to be? A lot of people test you, Leo. But you passed the test. You've overcome. Even when the odds were against you. Now you've reached a point where you realize the only person who's been really holding you back is yourself. From you allowing people to get into your thoughts, get into your head, and make you think that you were less than, make you think that you could never, that it was never going to happen. That you didn't play a part in any way, shape, or form of your success or the success of other people's, all right? People trying to downplay your legacy, even. I'm picking that up. It's like you've really been tried, this in the past several years. But 2020, there's going to be some tests that you go through, of course. No years without its tests, but you're going to pass these tests based off of your strength of character, your strength, your ability to say, you know what, I deserve better, or you know what, I can get better. I'm going to bank on myself. I'm going to believe in myself. Even if the person in front of me or the people in front of me don't believe in me. There's something very strong about that. Like, there's this strength emanating from you, and I just got like a picture of in my an image in my head of like a lion, but that's your symbolism, but it's like a holographic kind of lion, and like I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like the holographic aspect symbolizes something where it's like almost untouchable, like almost I've earned these stripes. I've earned this essence. So there's almost something very holographic about your essence that you're emanating during this time, Leo. Like, do you remember back when, I don't know how old you are, but I come from the era of like Pokemon and Pokemon cards when they first came out in the 90s. And I remember like the holographic Pokemon cards were like the ones you wanted to trade, like the ones you wanted to have. The more rare the Pokemon was, and the holographicness, like it was like a moment. There's an energy here, Leo, though, where some of you have become easily triggered. And it's almost like you're always ready for battle in your head, or you're always ready for a rebuttal. You're always ready to prove yourself or to defend yourself, defend your honor, defend your pride. And it's like sometimes there's an element, a little bit of overreacting from your part, but sometimes there's an element of overreacting from other people towards you. And it's like, geez, can you take a joke? But I see it coming sometimes from both sides. Or, geez, I didn't know that I would offend you so much. Geez, I didn't know that was a trigger for you. So there is something, Leo, where there may be moments throughout the year where you're triggered, but I feel like you're going to catch yourself in those moments and say, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have reacted in that way, or maybe I shouldn't have let that person get to me so much. Maybe I shouldn't have even engaged in that situation. There's going to be moments this year where you catch yourself and you realize that you're operating from a lower vibration. Remember, I was saying something about energy and, spirituality and you connecting back to that source energy. And it's interesting, Leo, because I was talking also at the beginning of the reading about fifth house energy and, the fact that, for example, the fifth house is ruled by the sun. You're ruled by the sun, the only zodiac sign ruled by the sun. So that in itself makes you very holographic and unique, right? And not to mention, sometimes, when you have the sun shine its light and its rays on something, at a certain degree or a certain angle, it does come off as holographic. So there's something in your essence, Leo, where it's like there's like almost like a halo around you. But I digress. I'm going to go back to what I was saying. About you realizing that you're operating from, you're going to realize, in certain moments this year that you're operating from a lower vibration. Sometimes you may even realize that you're engaging in a lower vibration because maybe there's something low vibrational about you. But there's, once again, this essence of protecting your energy, protecting your space, protecting your vibration. And I feel like the little things, once you catch yourself more, once you practice consciousness and once again protecting your energy and your space, I feel like this year, and not procrastinating on that, like, knowing that, okay, I need to stage my home, I need to clean my home, but like not procrastinating on that. The longer you procrastinate on it, the more lower vibrational you feel, the more tired you feel, the more lethargic you feel, the more depressed you feel. These are all symptoms of lower vibrational energies, okay? So I feel like, the more you catch yourself in these energetical states, the more you will be able to pull yourself out of these energetical states by taking a spiritual bath, lighting a candle, praying, meditating, putting on a certain type of music. Things, you're gonna find something where it just kind of pulls you out of where you don't need to be. Some of you is gonna be turning on a camera or turning on something that is going to record, you playing music even. It's like a lot of you are going to be working with, recordings, or like even like phone call, like you may call a friend or something like that. Phone a friend. But there's going to be something where it's like, nope, I feel myself going into a rabbit hole of darkness, and I'm going to pull myself out of it. Love, more emotional balance in 2020. Self-love as well. Love of family, Leo. Spending more time with family, loved ones, those that you trust, in your home. You're going to have a lot of people in your home, but it's people you trust, people you value, people who nurture you in your emotions. There's something where you've brought in certain people even in your home in the past several years, Leo, and some of these people have betrayed you. Some of these people have taken from you, whether literally or not so literally, figuratively. But you've learned who to trust and who not to trust. You've learned what to look out for. You've learned to protect your space. You've learned to surround your space with certain things that promote and foster protection, that promote and foster maybe even like a statue or certain plants and stuff like that. There's something that you've gotten into, feng shui or something like that, where it's like, or even something you eat, Leo, where it's like you don't only use it for its physical purposes or its purposes for the physicality, what the eye can see, but it's also, there's something spiritual about it. It's almost like I take these supplements because they promote, hair growth, they have all the vitamins and minerals, but also this herb or this specific supplement is known to, be good for abundance, wealth, prosperity, to help promote, good thoughts, to help align your chakras. There's something there where you're going to be looking at the deeper spiritual aspects of the things and the people around you. And it's interesting, and I was going to say this earlier too, Leo, it's that you're ruled by the sun, and the sun rules your connection, or our connection, to our life purpose and our higher self. So what I feel like is happening for you in 2020, Leo, is that you are further connecting to your higher self. For some of you, you are very much connected to your higher self. But that connection has been, over the past several years, a little bit worn, a little bit, faded out. It needs to be tuned up. It needs to be cleaned out and gutted, like the plumbing, almost of the connection needs to be like cleared out. And you're going to do that. You're going to clear out that connection and make the connection between you and your higher self stronger. Therefore, By doing this clearing out, by doing this protecting your energy, protecting your space, no longer hanging around certain people, no longer doing certain things, no longer engaging in certain behaviors. I feel like this is going to help promote and foster a deeper connection to your higher self. And of course, when we have a deep connection to our higher self, that's when we find our life purpose. That's when we become extremely connected to our life purpose. That's when we, become even further engaged in our life purpose, and we get further in our life purpose. It's that when we have that strong connection to our higher self, and I feel like this is what you're working on in 2020. And a lot of it has to do with good old procrastination. Good old Saint Expedite. I knew there was a reason he was going to be here. Alright? You've just been procrastinating on some of these things, and you knew deep down that changes needed to be made with these things in your life, the people you hang out with, the things you do, the things you eat and put in your body or on your body even. All right, you knew this needed to change, but now it's coming to a point where it's like it needs to change. All right, for the sake of your own growth and your own spirituality and your own essence. It's like you don't want to keep attracting the same things, and you need to change yourself, all right? And you will. All right? Especially if you have a moon in Leo, or Leos in general, but moon in Leo especially, you're going to be doing a lot of healing in 2020. A lot of healing your emotional wounds, doing, the emotional work that you need to do once again to heal. Heal the past, heal trauma. Alright. Renewal. I just heard the word renewal. Renewal. A sense of renewal is what all of this change is going to bring to you, Leo. Who you are by the end of the year is going to be a much stronger, much more sure of him or herself person than you are at the beginning of the year. There's going to be a fire within you by the end of this year, in 2020, Leo, that no one can put out, no matter how hard they try. Alright? And people, of course, are going to try. It could be the person at the laundromat, who doesn't want to give you the card because they see your light shining so bright, they're like, you go find another card, or it could be the person at the grocery store who heard you say you wanted paper and not plastic, but they put it in your plastic anyway, These things could actually be triggers for you, tests. Remember I was saying that at the beginning of the reading. Alright? You want to bust that person in their head, you want to cuss them out, you want to just lay it on them. But when you have self-love and you care about yourself and how you're seen and how maybe the spiritual essence of you reacting to that situation in a negative way could affect future situations, you'll think twice. Alright? Because even the little situations play a part of the bigger overall grand scheme of things. If you ever have a situation this year, Leo, and I just heard this too. If you ever have a situation, Leo, where you're being tested and you want to just pop off, say, what would your higher self do? You know the phrase, what would Jesus do? Alright? We know what Jesus would do. Alright? By the way, happy birthday, Jesus. His birthday was yesterday at the filming of this video. But we're not Jesus. Alright? Leo, we are Leo. You are Leo. I'm not a Leo, but you are Leo. Although I do have heavy 5th house energy. So I feel like one of you, by, spiritual birth, I guess. But you are you, Leo. And you have your own version of your inner essence that Jesus was extremely connected to within himself, all right? His own, higher self, higher essence. But you have your own higher self and higher essence. What would your higher self do? Would it walk away? Would he or she walk away? Would he or she maybe say something uplifting to the person that that's causing you trouble? Like, what would your higher self do? That's for you to figure out. And the way to figure that out is to get further connected to your higher self. All right? Love shows up. And it shows up in your placement of life purpose and higher self. So, for those of you that have been waiting for love to come in, it very well could come in this year because you've been doing the hard work, the spiritual work, cleaning and clearing out things that you've been holding on to energetically and spiritually is making it easier for love to come into your life, for love to manifest. For people, not only romantically, but for people to see your true essence, your true vibration, your true beauty. It's interesting because this deals with romance, but I think this also deals with just generally the public, how people perceive you. Once again, it's almost like maybe for the past several years or months you've struggled with seeing yourself as beautiful. Am I beautiful? Am I ugly? But what you didn't realize is that this struggle within yourself radiated from the inside out, and people picked up on that. All right, because Leo, naturally you're a radiant being. Whether you are spiritual or not, it's just is what it is. You're ruled by the sun. The sun itself is radiant. If the sun had a day where it felt ugly, where it felt, it wasn't having the best hair day, the best, day in general, the sun still has to be the sun. It still has to shine bright. It still has to show up to work, do its job. But when the sun shows up confident, when the sun shows up sure of itself, it's not hiding behind the clouds. Man, is there like a difference in everyone's day, literally. The plants are even happy. The grass is happy. Especially if it's been watered recently or they've been watered recently, right? But see that spiritual essence, how the sun needs, and the grass needs the sun and the water to grow. The plants need the sun and the water to grow. People need you, Leo. You play a part. Alright? You are needed. You are important. And you're starting to wake up to that fact this year. I am needed. I am important. There is a reason why I'm here. And maybe you might find, this reason in love, in romance. That's a strong possibility. It could also be where love or romance helps you to wake up further to you, wake up further to yourself and your beauty, and your true power. But either way, whatever this is, it's coming on intense. The energy around this feels intense. It's a good intense, but it's just like, wow, I didn't know I was loved that much. I didn't know I was needed that much. I didn't know people cared that much. You're going to have that moment this month, Leo. I want to keep saying this month, this year. Maybe it's like the month where you're watching this video is the month where a lot of this is going to happen. But I see right from the start, January, even until like springtime, you're going to just be going through a big like shift or phase within yourself and how you're perceived. And it's like you're going to have moments where You may not feel up to it. You may not feel pretty. You may not feel handsome, but it's like you're going to show up anyway. And people are still going to want you. People are still going to want to work with you. People are still going to be attracted to you. And it's just gonna kind of throw you for a loop. It's like, wow, this whole time I thought I had to be on. I thought I had to look pretty. I thought I had to look dolled up. I thought I had to look handsome. You know, I thought my hair had to be a certain way. You know? But it's you, Leo. It's your essence that people want from you. There could definitely be some shifts and changes going on with your work, your job. Like I said, there's some changes going on with your health, Leo. Some of these changes are necessary. Some of you may want to look into working with St. Expedite for making, changes to your health, no longer procrastinating on making changes, getting in that gym membership, taking the leap of faith and eating a more plant-based diet or cooking more at home. But there's something here, Leo, where remember I was saying you're going to take a lot of leaps of faith and you're going to bank on yourself. And, for some of you, like I said, you're going to be breaking bad habits. Some of these bad habits could be related to health. Some of you are breaking a bad habit in the form of a job, I feel like, all right, as well. Some of you may take a leap of faith and say, you know what? I'm done. I'm quitting. I'm getting a new job. I'm looking for something new. I'm starting my own company. I'm, working for myself. But I'm also seeing that some of you could be like, you know what? I'm quitting smoking cigarettes. I'm quitting drinking. I'm going to rehab. I am speaking to a therapist or a counselor. I'm dealing with my food addiction. There's something where you are addressing the deeper issues within yourself and saying, I need a change. This can no longer go the way it's been going. It's a year breaking bad habits. Saint Expedite can help you with that. I do candles and I can petition him for you. Although it's typically better to petition him yourself, but I can petition him for you. Alright? Sometimes it's better to go through someone he already has a relationship with. It's kind of like a segue into maybe forming your own relationship with Saint Expedite. But you're looking for a spiritual connection, even in the form of like your relationship to other people. Like, even in the form of looking for a job. If it doesn't feel right with your spirit, it's like next. Even dealing once again with people, relationships. If this person doesn't feel right with your spirit, next. You're just like, you know what? I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling your energy. You need a spiritual bath. You haven't been, taking care of your energy or your space. You're operating from a very low vibrational, energy. It's just like you're a lot of what you will do with moving forward. You're gonna base everything off energy. You're gonna go off of the energy. And this may be something totally new for you. For some of you, it's going to come with bouts of anxiety as you go through this spiritual shift, Leo, in 2020. Some of you may experience like weird stomach problems. You know how sometimes when you're going like down like a steep hill with your car and it's like your stomach kind of has that weird moment where it's like it's almost like car sickness. I feel like that's what some of you may experience. But it's a spiritual shift that you're going through. And in this spiritual shift, you're operating from a higher vibration. You're being more connected. You're becoming more connected to your higher self, your spiritual body. All right? So naturally, as you become more connected to your spiritual self and your higher vibration, you become a little bit less and less connected to the physical world. I'm not saying necessarily that you become disconnected totally to the point of becoming cuckoo crazy. But there's something to be said for people who come across as cuckoo crazy. Are they just more connected to their higher self? There's always been that kind of debate. I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to talk about the debate here in your reading, Leo, but it's something to think about, right? There's a reason why people fast. People fast, for example, for religious reasons, of course, but it really it's spiritual to me, because really what you're doing is, of course, you're you're becoming more connected to your higher self, your spiritual body, which of course your spiritual body, your higher self, is connected to God, or is connected to Allah, or whatever it is you believe, right? That's how I see it. And I grew up Christian. I consider myself a Christian psychic, a Christian astrologer, a Christian candle worker, all right? So I definitely do read my Bible. I actually prayed before I did this video, all right? So you saw me pray when I cleansed the cards. Okay, but notice that, like, if you do notice yourself fasting or things like that, that's you being connected to your higher self. Some of you are just going to do things without even thinking about it. Like you're going to fast. You're going to find yourself drinking more tea or liquids or something like that. And it's all, detoxing your body, cleansing yourself, cleansing your space, cleansing your aura, which helps you to become connected to your higher self and your life purpose. All right, that Leo 5th house energy. Amazing how astrology comes into play. Get your birth chart reading from me and your psychic tarot reading, all right? I do have specials where you get both at the same time. Check out LamarrTownsendTarot.com/specials. I knew this reading would be exciting. I mean, I had a feeling. You are going through a shift, Leo. It's literally like you are being like a diamond in the rough. And you're blossoming into a diamond. You're blossoming into a pearl. You're blossoming into a butterfly. You're shedding old skin. You're shedding old parts of yourself that needed to fall to the wayside, that needed to die off. All right, and I hate to use such triggering words, but even parts of yourself that you hated, I feel like. You're learning to love. You're learning to appreciate. You're learning to accept. Okay? No one can take out your fire, Leo. No one can take out your fire. You're a star. I'm telling you, like, you are going to be shining so bright. People are going to really be attracted to your light. And I think at first it's going to be a little bit intense for you. You're not going to be able to handle it, but I think eventually you'll know how to deal with the attention that's coming your way this year. Good or bad. Alright? So this is good if you're looking to get a promotion as well. If you're looking to drum up new business. Or you're just looking for attention in some way, shape, or form to benefit you in your life, whether this is from customers, love, potentials. And look, in the picture at the sun or the star. I'm sorry, it looked like the sun. The star, like, kind of beaming into the water. I'm telling you, I feel like there's something there, Leo. It's like your higher self is beaming down to you, and you're going to be downloading a lot of messages from your higher self this year. Some of you are like going to be called to get like pets, to move, to be more near water, or to get a specific kind of pet. It's like you're just going to be getting these messages and downloads from your higher self, and it's like, I would never think about this. Like, what is this about? Some of you maybe even get psychic readings and be like, why do I feel the need to get a flamingo? Why do I feel the need to get a house in Cabo? Why do I feel like I need to move near water? Why do I feel like I need to uproot myself? It's like you're just going to have this inkling to do something that symbolizes letting go completely. All right? Taking a leap of faith, taking a risk. And whatever it is you decide to do, whether it's a road trip, it's like you're going to shed old skin in the process, but you're going to come back with a testimony as well. And I'm going back to that image I got of you, some of you, like turning on a camera or, making a phone call or something like that. Some of you, some of your beliefs are going to be challenged. Your what you previously thought about life and the potentials of life in your life are going to shift and change. And you're going to become more open-minded in a lot of ways, Leo. Open-minded in the sense of even with something where it's like you've always wanted to do it, but for the longest you've told yourself, I'm not doing that. I can never do that. You just may do it this year, Leo. Some of you may enter some sort of contest. All right. Some of you may just jump out on the ledge and start a new business, start something new. All right. Make a new product. But there's something where you're reaching a point in 2020 where it's like, you know what? Why not? Why not take that risk? Why not, go with that idea? Why not let this person know how I feel about them? Why not join this church or this club? Ooh. Some of you are going to be saving monies. Some of you can also get an inheritance or some type of lump sum from maybe a father figure in your life. All right. Or an ancestor. All right. Will help you with your money, like a father in some way, shape, or form. That's really, really riding for you. If this is an ancestor, this ancestor, or if it's a father, if your father's passed on, your father's still around you, and he's like really riding for you, and wants you to win, wants to see you win, wants to help you with your abundance and prosperity, and your wealth, and your career, and moving up the ladder. But I feel like there's going to be, a big energy of an ancestor around you this year. Giving you a lot of different ideas when it comes to business, when it comes to your job, when it comes to your career. You may feel compelled once again to do something new or do things new or to even do things a certain way. I feel like this guide is giving you structure. This guide is giving you peace when it comes to your career, when it comes to your job, because they've seen you suffer for too long. All right, and they want you to focus on other things. Now, if it's not a spiritual guide, there is something here, Leo, where you're getting more recognition when it comes to your job, but at the same time, you are also, people are trusting you more. People are putting their faith into you more because you're putting more faith and trust into yourself. See how that works? I love this reading. It's so beautiful. Definitely are some changes coming for you when it comes to your friendship sector. Once again, the people you surround yourself with, Leo, there's a shift, there's a change going on with that. For some of you, you'll be reuniting with people from your past. And there's been enough time now where you've grown, this person has grown, or these people have grown, that you can see things from a different perspective. And there's healing, there's growth there. So I would say forgiveness is a big thing here as well, Leo. And it's interesting because there's strength in forgiveness. I know it's so cliche, but it takes a strong person to forgive. And you're strong, Leo. There's also something, Leo, where someone could forgive you or people could forgive you. And it's like, that adds to your strength. Alright, so it could be vice versa. Either you forgiving someone else or someone forgiving you. Or a group of people. Alright? But it's interesting, Leo, I also feel like you are aligning yourself with the right people. There's purpose to the people being brought into your life at this time. Right? There's an overall plan there. For some of you, your weakness is accepting things that you know are low vibrational and less than you deserve. There's something, Leo, where you're going to make people work harder for your love and your affection this year. You're going to protect your heart more. Remember I was saying protecting your energy? People are going to realize that you're not so easy, all right, to get close to. All right? Or if this is someone from the past, you're not so easy as you were in the past to get close to connect to bond with. All right? To receive the best parts of you without proving themselves worthy. All right? Because you've proved yourself worthy of only the best. And in 2020, Leo, you're going to make sure, and your higher self is going to make sure that you receive only the best. All right? So trust the process, Leo. Trust your inner guidance. Trust your spirit guides. Trust God. All right? And thank you for doing this reading with me. I really enjoyed this reading. I thought this reading was absolutely beautiful. And I just feel this overall sense of peace now. All right? I hope you do too. Remember, if you want a personal reading from me, I am available at LAMARRTownsendTarot.com. I do have specials at LAMARRTownsendTarot.com/specials. Currently have a New Year 2020 special where you get one candle, a 30-minute recorded psychic tarot reading, and a 30-minute recorded birth chart reading for $100. I also have different options as well, where you get a personal reading from me, a personal psychic tarot reading via recorded video like this, or email, or also phone call, Skype session, whatever you want to do. I also do astrology, birth chart readings as well, and candles as well. So contact me, all right? I'm here for you, Leo. Whatever you need me to do for you, whether it's a candle, a birth chart reading, or just, doing a psychic tarot reading, talking on the phone, and just figuring your situation out, Leo, I'm here for you. As the saying expedite, all right? And, if you ever need to work with him, I would be happy to petition him for you, all right? So he's a wonderful saint, and I'm happy to share him with you. So, Leo, I'm happy to share this reading with you. Thank you for trusting me to be your reader. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment, and share so you get more readings from me in the future. And I thank you for listening and watching. Make sure you also follow me and like me on my social media pages at LAMARR Townsend Tarot. And I'll see you in the next video. Love and light.